know it's still just starting to brighten up here over your downtown skyline, but if we have weather anything like we had yesterday, which we will, you can get 2 pockets full of sunshine out of today.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, it is going to be a beautiful day. The sun is starting to come up over downtown Indianapolis, and we have a nice, warm, summer-like day again today.
We have beautiful sunrises, or maybe just our vantage point when we're seeing it come up, but it is going to be a beautiful day. We've got several of them in a row, so I think probably no complaints really for any of us.
I haven't gotten one this week, which is weird.
Yeah.
Wait on it when someone's tired of day 3, when it's
Day
hot.
3.
Right.
Hey, yeah, no, we're looking really good, and we're talking about dry weather. I mean, we're drying out. Some folks have been absolutely soaked. We could use a break, right? Someone turned the faucet off, and the latest drought report came in yesterday, and it's been completely wiped out across the state again. But my goodness, look at this beautiful view from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're looking out east towards our downtown skyline. There's just enough of a high, thin cirrus canopy, a little haze this morning, giving you a little extra pop of color. A little extra pink out there this morning, but a live view downtown. Don't we have a great skyline? Looks beautiful out there. All right, temperatures this morning. We're in the 50s, generally north of Indianapolis, 56 in Tipton and in Sharpsville. Good morning, Kokomo, it's 53. It's 58 in Lafayette. 53, good morning in Jay County, 52 in Muncie. And we're down to low 50s around Cambridge City, Centerville, and Richmond this morning. Connorsville, we're watching you at 51. 55 in Carmel, 52, good morning in Fishers and McCordsville. It's 58 out on the west side. Good morning, Bulldogs and Orioles this morning. 60 in Martinsville and 61 in Bedford. So as you're headed out the door, the weather feels great. Now we'll get kind of hot later today, but at least the humidity is staying low. High pressure's in place, keeping us dry. But coming up, we've got to talk about all these systems that are lined up like a big old bottleneck. There's a traffic jam in the atmosphere. We'll let you know possibly when our next chance of rain will move in. But let's talk traffic this morning. I have one active crash on the east side, I-465 in the northbound direction. Also, notice 65 north coming into downtown is a little slow too. I'll show you that in a moment. But I wanted to start with this little accident that we have near the Shadeland Avenue exit. Actually, I think it just cleared, which is good. Traffic back to normal. So we'll switch the camera. We'll head to the south side of the skyscrapers. There is a police cruiser out there this morning. There may have been a new small crash. I don't have a report just yet, but traffic is a little extra slow on 65 north, so we'll watch it closely.
Thank you, Matt. Well, developing overnight, it was a very busy night in the city for Metro Police responding to scene after scene after scene, including an officer-involved shooting on the west side of downtown. As we've learned, it is connected to another shooting where a woman was killed on the east side.
So we want to show you a map. This is pretty involved here. How far this investigation spreads, starting on the east side with that deadly shooting on Baltimore Avenue. Police then stopped someone, a suspect they believed, on the south side near Southport Road, and the other suspect allegedly leading police on a chase that ended at I-70 and Harding Street, where shots were also fired. Marina Silva was just at that scene, which is now cleared. Marina, what can you tell us?
Well, good morning. Police left that scene less than an hour ago near I-70 and Harding Street, but the investigation's still ongoing. Now, Metro Police tell us an alleged suspect is in the hospital alive and no officers were injured. Now, I want to show you what the scene looked like around 10 o'clock last night when our crews were there. Police say it started around 8 last night after a woman was found dead on Rural, which is what police believe is a domestic situation. Investigators say 2 people, including the suspect, left the scene. 1 person was arrested during a traffic stop at Southport and Bluff Roads, but the suspect drove off, leaving officers on a pursuit. Now, IMPD says officers used stop sticks and a pit maneuver to stop the car, and that's when the suspect fired at least 1 shot, and 3 officers returned.
Our officers worked with bravery, coordination, and precision in their attempts to safely bring the suspect into custody and prevent further harm to our community. I'm extremely proud of them for the work that they've done, and thankful for our community members who also helped us in getting to this point.
Metro Police tell us that the officers did have body cameras on, and those body cameras were activated. Now, Chief Terry tells us that the alleged suspect is a person from the officer-involved shooting is a person of interest in the homicide. So coming up at 6:30, we're going to look into this woman's death on Rural Street and the tragic sequence of events that police say happened. Again, that's coming up at 6:30.
Just heartbreaking, all of the scenes that this seemed to have, caused after that. Marina, thank you.
Well, we know that a man was critically injured in a downtown shooting near Capitol Avenue and Maryland Street.
So our crews did see police blocking off the entrance to a parking garage. This is on Capitol Avenue across from the Indiana Convention Center around 6 o'clock yesterday.
Police can confirm that medics did take a person to the hospital in very critical condition. They also tell us officers detained someone at the scene but did not say how or even if that person is connected to the shooting.
And in another scene, IMPD says a man and a boy were hurt in a shooting on the near northeast side of Indianapolis. Police say this was the scene along Baltimore Terrace near 30th and Keystone around 5 yesterday afternoon. Both victims were in serious but stable condition. We are checking back in with police to see if we can learn more details about what happened here. But again, several scenes that we have shared with you this morning. Police say if you have any information that you can share with them, you can reach out to IMPD or Crime Stoppers, and you don't have to give your name.
We learned just a few minutes ago that Marion County drivers could start paying more to register cars here in the county.
Indianapolis leaders are proposing new vehicle taxes that would help pay for long-term road repairs, they say, and unlock millions in additional state money. So the City County Council will introduce a plan Monday at their meeting to increase Marion County's wheel tax and vehicle excise surtax. Officials say that this money would be set aside strictly for road construction and repairs.
City leaders say the added revenue is desperately needed to qualify for a $50 million annually in extra state road money from the government and to create a long-term funding source for road repairs. Specifically, the plan would raise the county wheel tax and the vehicle excise surtax. This morning, there is growing concern by clergy members over a proposed data center. They've been fighting this for months on Indy's Near East Side.
So this group says that Mayor Hogsett has denied multiple requests to meet with them and talk about this. Anna Chalker's in studio sharing what some of these clergy members say they want and what they want the mayor and city leaders to know about this. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, ladies. Their message, it really just echoes many from the Martindale Brightwood neighbors that we've heard from for months, that they do not want Metro Blocks to come in and build this center. They say financial promises from the company to these residents, it doesn't mean anything, and that this center could bring more problems. So you may remember back in April, the Metropolitan Development Commission approved the data center to be built at 25th and Sherman. And incentive packages could be used by the center, but the clergy opposes public dollars to be used through that. And they say Mayor Joe Hogsett is the only person who could stop all of this.
If the mayor says this is not to come, it will not happen. If Metro Block says we won't come, it won't happen. So technically, those two are the ones that can stop this.
In those conversations, they are on top of a civil complaint that was filed by the Neighborhood Association a while back, asking for a judicial review of the zoning approval process. And just this week, MDC, they filed for an automatic extension to respond to that. So probably here in the next few weeks, we'll see more on that complaint there. Now, the clergy, they say every time they try to get to the mayor's office, they're sent to someone else in the city. They say, this is who you need to talk to for this. And they're saying, we want to go to the mayor's office, share these concerns that we've heard for so long from our neighbors. So we'll share what the city has responded to this coming up and what they're wanting to tell them, what these neighbors are saying.
Yeah, and the next added layer in what has been complaints for months,
Yes.
and also the response from these companies
for sure.
too. Thank you, Anna.
Your Friday morning, you made it to the weekend. Mainly clear skies out there this morning. There's one backup on 65 North, which we'll get to in traffic. But I want to let you know, maybe you didn't head to the lake for Memorial Day weekend because it was so crazy. But if you are headed to the lake or the pool, enjoy 70s and sun throughout the weekend. We'll let you know how long this pleasant forecast will last.
Well, the Department of Justice launches an investigation into the woman who sued President Trump for sexual assault, the crime that they now suspect she committed.
And can the Fever continue their hot streak as they head out west? We'll tell you how they did against the Valkyries last night.